friend, it's Katie and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So for whatever reason, I don't have an intro for today's video, so I'm gonna intro it here from my bed. But before we get into today's video, be sure to subscribe, post beauty, lifestyle, and panning videos, and I'd love for you to be, subscribed. So today's video is inspired by Kelly Gooch, but it's basically my sample product collection. So these are all the samples that I currently have at this point in my collection. I thought this was a really fun video idea, so I got it from Kelly. I'll link her video down below as well, but this is very fun. Of course, I get like samples all the time in like Ipsy's and that kind of stuff, and you know, when you order stuff online, a lot of times you will get samples as well. So that's basically what today's video is. I don't really need a long intro, but here's my intro because apparently I don't have one. But yeah, anyways, let's just get right into it. Okay, so I suppose we'll start with like just go in order of application or whatever I have. The sample primer I have is the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer Base. This is one of my favorites, and this is kind of what the sample looks like and stuff. I've actually used up quite a bit and I've had this for a bit, but I really like this sample primer because it has a pump, and this is a really beautiful primer. I showed it in a video recently, but I'll do like a little bit of again just to show you, but it's a really pretty illuminating primer. It feels really nice on the face. It's very light, and it gives like a beautiful glow for under makeup that you can actually see throughout your makeup. This is my favorite primer. I just really love it. I don't know like how to explain how much I love this stuff. It's just really amazing. We love it. I love it. I love it so much. And yeah, I don't really know what to say about it. I just really do love it. Then for my sample foundation, I got this one at Ipsy recently. This is the Yenza BC foundation, which is just a BB cream, beauty balm, and a CC cream, correcting cream, a full coverage foundation. It has SPF 40 in it. I have mine in like neutral, so it's just what it looks like. And it's just a foundation, and I actually kind of like the idea of having primers and foundations in samples, because if you've never tried the primer before, obviously you can save money and you're not buying like the full size thing before knowing if you like it or not, because sometimes it can be iffy if you like something. So I love, especially when like high-end stuff does come in like a sample size, because then you can try it out and see if you like it, because there's nothing worse than having a full-size product and like hating the product, if you know what I mean, like just not loving it. Like you're just like, okay, this is terrible, you know? But I do like this, and I think this is a great mixer foundation, which is how I've been using it, so I really like it. And yeah, I did get an Ipsy, but that's what I love about Ipsy. You can try all sorts of products for samples. You'll occasionally get full-size items in the lower level, the just regular glam bag, but that's what I love about it, is you can get a little bit of everything, but mostly samples, which I like, because then I can really test it out and see if I'd actually buy it. Then I guess we'll move on to blush. So I actually have three. I have a cream from Milk Makeup. This is the birthday gift for 2020 from Sephora. I really like this. If you guys watched my roulette pan collab, you would know I panned that in that video, and I love this stuff. So I don't actually use it as a lip. It's actually a lip and cheek like stick, which I really like, because you kind of use it as blush, but you can also use it on your lips, which is what I use it for most often. That's kind of how I panned it in that project. And I do really like Milk Makeup, the brand. I've tried quite a few other items, and I do really like them. I do think it's a really nice brand. There's some things I don't like from the brand, but that goes with anything. You're not gonna like everything you try from every single brand. So I really do like this, and I love their like stick products. They're really nice, and this one has been a favorite from mine. I don't really know what to say, but this is a really good birthday gift, and if they have like this in a sample, I would definitely recommend. Especially if you're into like more like minimalist makeup, it's my fave. Okay, so then I have two more blushes. I have this Ciate London one, which I picked for a sample choice in Ipsy last February, January, something like that. This one's in Matchmaker. This one isn't my favorite blush. I don't even know why I picked it. Like, it's just very like pink and stuff. I don't really use it a lot. But it is pretty for when you want like that really pink, like this almost reminds me of like a pink magenta type blush. I don't wear it too often, but it is a really pigmented blush. So I feel like with sample stuff, sometimes blushes even take forever to go through. So like getting a sample like this is really worth your money, which is kind of another thing. Like sample products are worth it because you can get like a lot for your money. If like going through a full-size blush is incredibly hard, but like getting something like this, it'll take you forever to go through anyways, so might as well just go for the sample to even if you want to try out color like this, because in the color I use too often, but it is really pretty. I feel like my blush preference, by the way, has changed. Like I just don't go for like these really bright blushes anymore. And then this blush I'm actually wearing on my cheeks today. This is the Deuce blush, and this one is this is their Chromatic blush, and this one's in the shade Daydream. This is a really pretty like nudish type blush. Have it on my cheeks today. It's one of my favorites, and I really like this blush, and you get a really decent size, and I've used this so much and it hardly looks like I've used it. Like look at the pattern, it's still there. But I just love this blush, like I said, and I just love getting those samples. So actually I think all of these have come in Ipsy videos, which is kind of funny, or Ipsy bags more so. So the first one is from Estate, and this is the Do Me Highlight in Lit. I really like this. It looks like a yellow tone highlight, but when you swatch it, it's more of a cream, like white shade. It's really hard to show on camera, but that's that. And I really like getting sample highlights because I'm addicted to highlight. I love highlight. It's like one of my favorite makeup products. Like if I was surrendered, if I was on a stranded island, I think I would just pack the highlight on for a good glow, honestly. It's just my favorite thing ever, and I don't know. It's just a vibe for me. It's just my thing. We all have our thing, especially when it comes to makeup. And this is like my thing. Like I could live off highlight, and I literally do. And it's just so pretty, and I love it. I don't really know what to say. I just do. I just love it. I don't know. And then I have one from Daisy and from Seraphine and Seraphine. Then I have one from Seraphine and Botanicals. This is the Daisy Pearl Natural Radiance Booster. I think that's the shade, but it looks like this, and it's just like a nice rose gold pink toned highlight, which I think is super pretty. It is so hard swatching, but that's kind of what it looks like. Yes, it's like a rose gold shade, and I love it. This I think is considered a sample, but I feel like you can get like lots and lots of use out of it. Then I have this Real Her one. This is the Confidence in My Glow highlighter. I think that's just what it's called. This is definitely a sample. It's again another like rose gold, like golden gold tone highlight. I think this is also like what I love about highlighters is they also make really good like eyeshadows. So if you really aren't feeling it that day, you can literally do highlighter on your lids, eyeshadow, call it a day, which is my favorite thing. And I just love that one as well. Real Hair has been a brand that I've gotten before, and I haven't necessarily loved like their liquid lipsticks or their lipsticks, but this is solid. Then I have this Shayna B Miami highlight in Guava Glow, which I originally thought this was going to be a blush topper because it's like pinky, and I feels like I have actually used a little bit of this, if you can tell. And yes, it does have like a pink tone, but when you blend it out, it kind of gives you like a more natural, like light pink champagne type highlight, which I really like. And this one's super pretty. It could be used for a blush topper. I feel like I've done that before, but it is pretty, and it's kind of fun to use because it's not like a highlight color I would pick on my own, which is what I love about subscription boxes, like I've said. And then lastly, I have this one. It's the newest one in my collection. This is the Catrice Cosmetics Lumi Nice highlighter, and this is a sample, which I was kind of surprised about because it is like a decent size. And this is what it looks like. This is like a golden tone once again. That's kind of what it looks like. It's just a nice gold tone, and I love, like I said, I love getting highlights. It's just fun to get like new ones and try them out, see what I like. And Catrice is a drugstore brand, so I could easily pick it up, which is what I love about that. So eyeshadows is kind of tricky because these are kind of like things that I don't necessarily love getting, well, I love getting eyeshadows, but I'm also like an eyeshadow palette and eyeshadow, like, I don't know, I love eyeshadow palettes. But the first one is from Smashbox. This is their cover shot eyeshadow thingy in Golden Hour. And they did that like collab. I think this is like the collab they did a really long time ago. But this is pretty. It's like a pinky color and then like a bronzy shade. I mean, it's not my favorite, and these aren't really shades I gravitate towards, but they are pretty, I guess. I don't know, but eyeshadows are fun to get, like, I guess, in like little samples, even though it's not my favorite thing, since I do love getting palettes and picking out single shadows on my own. But I think they're fun to, like, you know, because like you can compare them with different palettes you have and get a use out of them that way. But yeah, the cover shot one, that's what they look like. I suppose it's fun. I definitely need to like go through these more and like pan them more. So the next one is from Novad Cosmetics. It's actually swatched right here. It's actually a really pretty like warm brown shadow. And actually, I kind of like having like these ones and getting these ones like in Ipsy bags or whatever it may be. I just think they're really like nice to pair with any palette. I don't do it too often or as often as I should, but I think it is nice. So the next one is from Naked Cosmetics, and this one is in the shade Mother Nature. This one's a really pretty like gold shade and stuff that I don't use too often, but I definitely should. I'm definitely gonna, like, when I do more shop my stash videos, pull these out more, because like there's so many pretty ones, and I feel like my Pan That palette this year, I'm not loving the shimmers in it. I'm just not. I'm trying to pan them my best, but I think pairing them with other stuff would kind of like inspire me more. I don't know. I should definitely pull this out more, because I definitely haven't used it enough as I should, but it is really pretty gold, and I used to be like real into golds. Like I still am, but like I'm not as much as I used to. Like I used to be real into golds. Like I loved gold eyeshadow. It was like my thing. And then like recently I haven't really touched them, but hopefully I'll get back to that eventually. Then I have one from Oriza Beauty, I think is what it says. And this one is actually a quad palette that I think my mom gave me from her Ipsy. And I remember saying this was terrible. So I don't know if this will stay in my collection long. I think it might become a declutter, because this shade was actually pretty, but like I just find the pigmentation, like that one's alright, like it looks pigmented, but I just found the other shades were kind of like eh. So that's how I'm feeling with that one. But I don't know, like you get some good ones, you get some duds. That's just how it goes. Then we have this one from Complex Culture. This is in the shade Lavender Metal. I remember really liking this one because it's like a cool toned purple, which I don't feel like I own. That's what it looks like. It's super pretty and pigmented, and I really do like that. It's so pretty. Like look at it. I love like how it looks silvery, but it also is like just your perfect cool toned purple. Love that. And it's just, I don't know, it's just pretty. I don't really know what to say about it. It's just a nice purple. Then I have this one from Violet Voss, and I remember really liking this. I think I got this a couple months ago. This is in the shade Pretty in Pink. It gives me like rose gold kind of vibes, if you know what I mean. Even though it's not, it's just like your like champagne pink color, but I think it's super pretty, and I've always heard good things about Violet Voss. Like that's what it looks like close up. I've always heard good things about Violet Voss, but I've never really tried like full on palettes, but this one's definitely pretty. I definitely think maybe instead of doing 1 month on palettes, when my Pan That palette gets down more, I might honestly do a pan those shadows with single shadows and stuff. I think that might be fun and stuff to spice things up, because we all know I get bored with Pan That palettes sometimes. But yeah, this one's super pretty. I really do love it. And that's another shadow in the collection. We have two more. And we have two more. So the next one is Phase Zero from Phase Zero Beauty Phase Zero Makeup. God. And this one's in Banana Beige. I do really like this shade. It's a nice like champagne gold hybrid, which I'm into. That's kind of what it looks like. I actually have this in my Shop My Stash right now because I want to kind of pair it with the palette that I'm using and just the different shadows I have in rotation. And I really do like this. I got this in I think my first ever Ipsy blend bag. And then lastly, I have this one for Urban Decay that I've had forever. This one's in Midnight Cowboy. This is a really good like inner corner like highlight. It's kind of what it looks like. It's like a pinky, like, I don't know what to call that, but it's super pretty. I've had this forever. It's like a birthday gift from Ulta literally years and years ago. So that's fun and I like it, I guess. I don't know. So then I have a couple mascaras. This one's from Uma Beauty. I just got this one in Drama Bomb. I'm wearing it in my eyes today and it's definitely interesting. I'm still trying to like use it and get the feel for it. It's definitely interesting. Wand is quite interesting. That's what it looks like. It's a very like, it reminds me a lot of the Too Faced wand, just a lot, just shorter. But actually it really does give that vibe for the Too Faced wand. But I'm using it. That's kind of what it makes my eyelashes look like. It gives them like volume and length highlight, which I like. And it also I think has jojoba oil and like different things condition your lashes, which I'm actually pretty fond of in mascaras. But you know, that's what we're working with. And then I have the Milk Makeup Kush mascara, which I'm not really loving. I'm just trying to use it up to use it up. But it's not my favorite mascara. I think it's quite a dry formula. And then I also think it flakes a little bit, so it's definitely not my favorite. I'm trying to just work through it. And now we have quite a few lippies to go through, so that should be fun. So I have this liquid lipstick from Bare Minerals in the shade Infamous. I'm not gonna swatch them because I have too many. That's what that looks like. But that's that. It's like a pinky color. Then I have Juju from Bare Minerals. I haven't touched these in forever because I don't really wear liquid lipsticks. And I believe I've also gotten rid of ones that were old and smelt weird. Then I have a couple Steel lipsticks. So I have Patina, which is like a mauve tone shade. I have Perla, which is like a nude mauve. And then I also have Carmela, which is a nude. I haven't used those in a while. I definitely should because they're gonna expire eventually, but I haven't. Then I have a bunch of like traditional lipsticks, technically lip balms, lip liners. So I have a couple from Bite and stuff. And these are the Mouge Bouge ones, and I'm convinced they're discontinuing this line, which makes me really sad because it's like my favorite line of lipsticks, or one of them. So the first one is this like cool toned purpley shade called Thussle, whatever. And I tried panning this in 2018 and then I was gonna continue panning it, but then I didn't. But this is a fun color to wear, I guess. Then we have the shade Rhubarb, which is like a reddish brown shade, which isn't my, like, totally my thing, but you know, keeping it around for that day, I do want to wear it. I don't know. Nori, which is a like cranberry shade, which is great for the fall time. So maybe I'll actually break this out one of these days. And then I have the shade Shy, which is like another reddish brown, like kind of nude shade. I don't know. It's not my favorite, but I definitely should try to get used out of these one of these days. And then I have this LOC color stick that I've had forever in Cherry Bomb and everything. That's what it looks like and stuff. Not my favorite. I'm not like a big red lipstick girl. It's kind of one of those occasional things like 4th of July. That's like when I break it out, but not typical for me. I think this is also a red, so a lot of times I'll pair those together. This one's from Smashbox. It's their Be Legendary lipstick in Legendary. So it's just that bright red, which like I said, I don't break out too often. Then I also have this Maybelline, like clearly brilliant tinted lip balm that I panned in my lip pan. So that's what it's looking like. And it's just like it's a nectar. It's not really peach, but it's like a light pink hint of, I don't know, lip color. I don't really know what to say. And lastly, for glosses, my favorite. It's like my favorite thing to get in an Ipsy bag. So this one my mom gave me. This is from Jewel Smith Beauty, and this is in Skinny Dip. It's like a warm pink color. I have this Anastasia one I'm currently trying to pan, and this one is in the shade Vintage. It's like, I don't know, it's like a pink shade. I feel like these two are not similar. This one's more mauve tone, this one's more like reddish toned. And then this one's my favorite. I will eventually one of these days repurchase. This is the H2O gloss from Tarte in Hang Ten. I definitely want to repurchase this color because I really do like it, and I feel like this, I'm like really getting down there with it. I feel like there's not too much left, but this is probably one of my favorite lip glosses I've ever gotten at Ipsy. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for my sample products that I have in my collection, my sample product collection. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Let me know what yours in your sample product collection. I'd love to hear about it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.